guys, so a little disclaimer before we start this podcast episode. This is not like my ordinary podcast episode. This is just me updating you guys of why I left podcasting or what happened and stuff like that, and answering a lot of questions and etc. So enjoy this episode. Hey guys, welcome back to Hahablueberry's podcast. I'm your host Blueberry, and let's jump right in. So it's been a while since I last talked to you guys. I think that the last time I talked to you guys was on May 18th. So that being said, there is some stuff that I gotta update you guys on. Now, one of them is actually that I revamped everything. And when mean that I revamped everything. The icons that you're seeing right now from your screen, the logo, like the branding and stuff like that. So everything is kind of revamped. And I hope you guys do like it because it's kind of new. Also, if you did read the screen, I am a sophomore. I did pass freshman year, so woo me. I'm pretty much not shocked I would pass because I do have like 1C, but like that's another topic in another episode. I can talk about that. But I'm not gonna say which subjects because we don't wanna, know the information. But yeah. The rest I got all A's and B's, so woo me. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about what happened and why I stopped podcasting and just spilling everything to you guys. Because I think that you guys need some information, a little bit of information. So on May 18th, 2023 was the last episode that I published, and it was called Getting into Drama. Not only was that episode a big flop, which I'm kind of sad about because I did really good on it, but I didn't know that it was going to be the last podcast episode myself. And you may be like, what do you mean by that? So after I released the episode, I really thought that I could at least make another one before it got hectic because it was almost the end of the school year. I was ending school on June 21st, and I published on May 18th, and it was getting close to the end of the school year, so grades are ending soon for term four. Not term four, for second semester. So I was pretty much in a hurry with a lot of stuff. Like, I like every single like couple of weeks, I would have a quiz again or another test from like my algebra class and stuff like that, and that got me like really burnt out, and also on top of classwork and also on state testing that my district required, and then also on homework, and then adding podcasts on top was such a big burnout and mental like health issue. Now I didn't even realize it myself. I talked to my case manager workers, my counselors, but I really didn't like took care of myself. I didn't even notice or realize that I was getting burnt out. I thought that it was just like my regular body because of high school. I thought it was high school that was burning me out, which it was. That was kind of like the main issue. But on the other hand, it was also podcasting because I was forcing myself to upload every Wednesday. Not because I was running out of ideas, but because I was getting burnt out. Each episode that you guys are watching, the amazing people who are listening to it, I had to export the video, upload it to a editing software, and then put in my watermarks, and then hear all that audio to make sure that there's no like cringy parts or me just rambling on like crazy. And I had to constantly hear my own annoying voice for around like 20 minutes, maybe. These 20 minutes could get shortened down into the minutes that you're seeing right now, which is the 14 minutes that you're seeing right now. Sure, these 14-minute videos may seem really short, and there's a lot of information in them. But in reality, there was a lot of stuff I wanted to say in each one, but I couldn't really say it again because I had a script going on behind the scene. And also the numbers got to me, and I was also comparing myself to other big podcasters, which was awful idea. Do not do that. But that's what happened, and I was pretty much in a sad situation. So I didn't know that I was stopped, like I said. So me releasing that last episode was almost like a goodbye, but I never got to say goodbye. Nor did I say on Instagram on my personal account. And no other platforms either. I didn't tell anybody about it. I maybe told like my cousin, or my mom, my dad, but that's it. But other than that, it was pretty much like me getting burnt out. And a lot of just like breakthroughs. So yeah. But after that, I mostly focused on school. So, like, I didn't really fail any classes, thank the Lord. And I realized that like podcasting was getting in my way of high school, and it was almost the end of the school year, so I had to really focus on my grades. I had zero D's. I didn't even have a single F, unless until the beginning of the year, but that was before I started podcasting. But after that, I was pretty much on a chill moment. So I think there's a big question that comes into, May and June. Like, what happened? What was going on? After me releasing that Getting into Drama episode, I actually was the reason why there was actually a reason why I stopped uploading. This because I had friends who were leaving to go into somewhere else further away and leaving my school that I was really close with, and I really like missed, like I needed to spend quality time with. Especially when you're bonding a friendship in high school, it's important to really like focus on them and make sure that, you know, stay who they are and don't change. Now, also into drama, I did have a friend of mine who actually had a big fallout with another friend, and so that's why I also had to stop uploading because I had to focus and understand the feelings of my other friends before myself, of course. But then after that, I was focusing in school again, and yes, I did think of podcasting all the time behind my back of my head, my brain. Like I was planning to do one, but then I never got to because I'm busy with school or another test is coming up or state testing or this and that. And I was just so busy and my hands were so full that I didn't have the time to upload like I usually would every Wednesday. I promised myself that I would upload as soon as I finished school, or at least record an episode and then edit it. But I never got the hand around that because as soon as I finished, well, the near end of school and my grades were finished, I literally started revamping stuff because I realized how ugly everything looked. It wasn't my touch. It wasn't professional. Everything just wasn't as neat. So I was really upset about that. But after that, it was pretty much chill, nothing crazy, you know. Um, it was nice. I also wanted to get like a better recording area, so I bought a mic off of Amazon, which it's working. I hopefully I. But then other than that, it was nice. Now me revamping my podcast, like my covers and stuff like that, was only because when I started my podcast, I was in such a rush for a cover because everybody had a thumbnail, a cover, and I wanted to become like them. But but I didn't know that I shouldn't become like them. But now I know. At the beginning of April, when I actually started my episode, I was pretty proud of my episodes, especially when people would be DMing me and be like, "Oh, I love your episodes," and I really would felt appreciative because I would be like, I did work really hard on that, and I would want to work more harder, not realizing that it would sooner or later make me burn out. I thought it was smart to manage high school while also doing podcasting, aka balancing both high school and podcasting when I hit spring break. On April 3rd was the first time I uploaded a podcast episode. And on April 5th was when I first started spring break, I think, or day two spring break, or day one. And I thought it was smart to publish every single Saturday. But I realized that every single time if I post on a weekend, I would get burnt out from high school already. So I like to enjoy my Saturday laying in bed and doing other stuff that I need to do, catching up with classwork and stuff like that. But other than that, it was pretty much like chill. Like nothing crazy happened. There was fights breaking out, but I didn't really involve that into my school. I didn't really drag on my podcast because I didn't think it was necessary to drag stuff online. Keep keep stuff offline and not online. So, anyways, I changed my plan to uploading every Wednesday. Didn't I did upload like two and then I like stopped. So, like, if you look at my published dates, which is actually I have it in front of my screen, the first one was on April 3rd, my second one was on April 5th, my other one was on April 12th, other one's on April 19th, and then a big jump was from April 19th to April 30th, and then my other one is on I mean, not April, May 5th, 18th. So you can see like the big jump of dates, and it's kind of crazy. I'm like, whoa. But also, I was pretty much burnt out from podcasting because every time you need to like publish a podcast, you need to get a good description. Like, you can't copy and paste it like every single YouTuber who does like vlog or makeup videos. Like I look at their descriptions and it's the same thing. It's just that their video links are different. They're like recommending you to watch this one, but their descriptions are almost the exact same. So I'm not like that. My descriptions are much different and more detailed. And that's also a lot of podcasts. People who does podcasting, you'll see it in their descriptions. But after you finish like uploading a podcast, you need to make a trailer. or shorts actually, and post it on shorts platforms like Instagram Reels, TikToks, and YouTube, and then add in the tags. Those were really burning me out. And then I had to go on Facebook and Twitter, and now I have a Reddit, and I gotta put all that in, and it's a lot of work when you really think of it. So I was pretty much burnt out from doing all of that. Now, at the time, I pretty much, like, wanted to quit because I was done with podcast. Not because it flopped, it was doing amazing. It was going through high roofs. I mean, my analytics was amazing. I had over 60 something plays total of all my episodes, which I was pretty proud of. And also, I reached a milestone, which is my 20 plays in one of my episodes. So I was pretty much happy about where I was at and where my success is at. And I was pretty proud that I invested in podcasting. But also, I was pretty much burnt out from high school and also from podcasting at the same time. But I didn't quit the podcast community. I didn't, do that. I just left it to focus on high school, which is pretty much way more important because, as I said to like everyone that I mostly know, I did podcasts as a hobby, not as like something I am gonna be doing as a full time, income and stuff like that. I'm only doing podcasts as a hobby because I love talking, and I love just enjoying doing podcasts and stuff like that. But other than that, it was pretty much it. But anyways, that's probably all. My next topic I'm actually was recording on. So I'm already recording another podcast episode while I'm recording this one, but this one's gonna be released out first, and then the other one's gonna be released out on Wednesday. And it's gonna be talking about me being in high school still at that time, so I will re-record that. Well, not re-record it, but add on to what I last recorded, because I was still in high school around that time when I recorded that episode. So I need to finish doing that. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this episode and catching up with me. I'll be seeing you guys next week on my next episode, aka Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's podcast. I hope everyone drinks some water, and I'll see you guys all next week for the next upcoming podcast. Make sure to follow all my social medias, which will be linked in Linktree in the description down below. Also, this episode is not sponsored, and I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.